What's up, lovely people of the internet? Amy, the Internet Hobbit here. I know I haven't posted in a while and I'm sorry. So, last weekend I was at South by Southwest Gaming Expo with a few friends. Met some of my internet friends. And it was really fun. Now I'm just back at home doing nothing, which is a drag. So I'm just going to talk about South by Southwest for a while. Okay, so let's start. I'm going to talk a little, first off, this time we had no mishaps with vehicles or anything, no wrecks at all. I think Dallas is just bad juju for cars and conventions. Sorry, cats don't like each other. Nemo, get out of there! Let me edit this out. Get! Oh, what the? So, where were we? Oh, yeah, South by Southwest. Yeah, we had no mishaps on the way down there, and it was great. So that's good. No wrecks going to the thing, which is good. I think Dallas is just bad juju for vehicles, to be honest, because driving in Dallas is horrible. Although riding in the lift around Austin was pretty bad, too. The traffic, though. Because it wasn't just South by Southwest gaming going on. There was South by Southwest Music Festival, South by Southwest, bunch of different things going on at the same time at the convention center in different areas. Yeah, it was cool. There were some cool games, I guess. Now I'm going to start by talking about day one. So, first I get to the hotel, I meet my friend Kathy for the first time in real life. That was good, and we went up to the room and we rested a while because both of us were pretty tired because we had to get up pretty early to get down to Austin in the morning, because I started out at 1 a.m. the night before, and I think her flight was at 4 in the morning or 6 in the morning, but she had to get up before to get ready because water time. Yeah, but we were both pretty tired, so we rested in the hotel room. Then we went down to the convention center. We walked around a while, and we were actually looking for Smosh games for a while and other YouTubers. We didn't really find any other YouTubers besides one. And now going back and seeing pictures that Jack was actually on the floor of the convention one of those days, and we were looking for Jack. It was kind of ticks me off, and I was just like, we could have actually met him instead of just. That's the other part I was going to say is day two, so I'll get to that in a minute. So we were walking around the convention center. We were actually looking for Smosh games and checking social media, see if they posted anything about it, and they did. And it's just like, where at though? Where are you fools? And walking around, then we're coming around our second time, maybe it was our fifth time at the actual convention floor, and I think Kathy was the first one to hear Mara behind us, and then I was just I turned around and Mara's behind us, and then we walked forward a little bit more. We look back, the whole Smosh Games crew is behind us. It's just where the fuck did they come from? It's a wild Smosh Games appeared. We didn't find them, they found us. And then she was like, don't make any sudden movements. Don't make any sudden movements. Because she's what Smosh Games calls, one of the Smosh Games calls a super fan, so they know her and they like her a lot. Basically it's friend status pretty much. And then I see Wes, and I'm just like, oh, I'm not sure if I can talk to him this time, because last time Fan Expo Dallas, I think I already told you in my Fan Expo Dallas recap vlog, that didn't go too well. So it's just I don't want that to happen again. I don't want that to happen. And I took a deep breath, and she's like, do you want me to walk? And I'm like, yeah. We walked over, and of course Flitz started talking to her. Well, I think Flitz was the first one we talked to, and then Wes saw me, and I actually talked to him, and I said hi and waved, and he's like, you said hi, all happy, because last time I didn't say a damn thing to him because I was so starstruck. And then they invited us to hang around with them while they were walking around looking at all the games and stuff, and that was fun. probably, so there's a few games that stuck out. Well, one really, I'm not sure what the actual game was called, but that had a game, this game mode called Shitty Voltron, and I forget, I know Flitz and Wes, which I think Joven was also one of the ones playing it. I don't remember if it was Matt, Rob, or who else was playing the game, but each player controls a different part of the video game character's body. It's like a ragdoll simulator type thing, and it's ridiculous. Like, I was trying to see the gameplay, but I was too short, and I just had the disadvantage to be standing behind both Blitz and Wes, and we know they are tall as fuck. Like, they are giants. Like, I would be able to see a few minutes when Blitz was laughing so hard, he would like go down to his knees for like 2 seconds and pop back up, and I'm just in there like, I want to see the game, but I'm too damn short. And that was funny. And then after that, we went, I think it was after that, they went to this game called like The Descent with like planes, and you're like doing like dogfighting underground thing. It looked pretty cool, and you could do it like VR or regular. And then they're waiting to play it, and then like the group split up in like half, and me, Kathy, Wes, Soniki, and Joven were the ones left behind. Yeah, because me and Matt, Rob, and there's a corner. Flitz like went off somewhere, and then they got done with their game, and we had to go find them. And Joven, like, I guess he spotted Flitz or something, and he took off like full blast running towards them, and they found them. Was that the last day, or we? I think all of us were together. Yeah, because we found them again, and then we went. I'm not sure which, but Soniki spotted the Hearthstone tournament and the Hearthstone game on the computers, and I said, Soniki has and I was like, Soniki has found Hearthstone. We're not leaving. And we're not going to be able to get him away from it for 5 hours. And then Wes says pretty much the exact same thing right after I say it. And I'm just like, I just said that. Because if you're a Smosh Games fan, you know, Soniki loves Hearthstone, and like, I think he got his nickname Saltinky from Hearthstone, because he would get so salty at the damn game. We're watching the tournament, all of us are just sitting there. And I think one guy's using a pre-made deck by someone else, and like he's like I don't know what happened that made Joven do this, but Joven's like, you should have used your own deck. All of a sudden, we're just like, oh damn, 0 to 100. It's like 0 to 100 real quick. Like Joven lost all chill in the span of 2 seconds. And then I think they walked down to like we looked at some other games, and then they had to go eat lunch. And so we left the convention center because we were tired as fuck, because we had been walking around for so fucking long. And we got back to the hotel, and I just was on my phone a little bit, talked about the day, how fun it was. And I fell the fuck asleep. Like, I might have woke up for 2 hours. Like, I swear to God, I took like a 4-hour nap. I woke up at 11. And like, while I was asleep, our friend Carson had come by, and her and Kathy got something to eat. But I was so knocked out that I didn't wake up for any of it. I was tired. Because I drove, well, I didn't drive all the way, because my aunt also helped me drive. But, because I drove for like that long time, and then we walked around, and then following Smosh Games around, and the fact that I was keeping up with Wes and his long legs pretty much the whole time. Because if you follow me on Twitter and Tumblr, you probably know that I'm pretty much that I call myself Wes Trash #1 because I have a huge crush on him. So yeah, if I throw a tweet about Wes, you know why. So I was keeping up with him all day, and his long legs are like twice the size of mine. So I was very tired afterwards, and then went back to sleep. And then it came into the next day, and I got up, took a shower, got everything. That's not important. And I'm not sure if they want me to talk about this, but like, it's not like anybody else is gonna find out. like in my family, and they're gonna forget about it, and it's already on the social media anyways. But there's once, you know, those fans that are really creepy, like the people who do all the, like, release phone numbers of, like, the stalky fans, like the really stalky fans, like legit stalker status fans in the fandom. Like these people will be the ones to release phone numbers and addresses and find the freaking YouTuber's house, a la Markiplier, because that's why Markiplier doesn't do home tours anymore, because people be finding out where he lives and stalking him. But that's just a precursor of what happened during this whole day. So Kathy was talking to another Smosh fan who she had met like once at VidCon like a year ago. And this guy is fucking nuts, by the way. I'm not going to say any usernames or anything. I'm just going to say this guy. So, you know, it's a guy, but not all guys are like this. This guy just happened to be a little, So we were eating breakfast, and he was trying to find out where the hotel was. He was going to drop off some alcohol and stuff, and Kathy don't drink even though it was her birthday. And I feel bad because all that happened on her birthday, because that was not a fun birthday for her. Because I would have been pissed about it. And I wasn't that happy about that day either. Like, so, and she like said she's eating with her family. And by family, just me. So we got done with breakfast. We go back to the hotel to wait on our friends. Wait on our other friends that we met online, Carson and Rachel, and wait for them. And they come, and we all take selfies and stuff, and then we get the Uber, and this guy is still relentlessly asking Kathy where the hotel is. Like, just the creepiest questions, like he's gonna drop us an alcohol, and she's like, no. She actually didn't outright tell him no, but she was like, this guy needs to stop it. Then we get up to the convention center. We were trying to get into the Grumps panel, but that thing filled up like that. Like, it was full in a matter of 2 seconds of us being there. But luckily we're in the front of the line for the Smosh Games panel, which is great. But this guy comes up to us in the line, and first he seemed like a pretty okay person, but as the day went on, and he was like, we were gonna do shots and stuff. I'm just like, it's like, no, she doesn't drink, I don't drink, plus you have 2 people with us who are younger than the age of 21, who are not legal to drink in the US, so we're not doing shots. He's like, but she didn't really say no. I'm like, that might have been because she's too nice, or she didn't want to talk to you anymore. But I said, she's probably just too nice to do it, but I'm not. I will outright tell you no, and to leave her alone. And this guy didn't leave us alone. No. Nah. Nope. So we go on the panel, and we're all in the front row. And we actually converted someone to the Smosh Games fandom, which was like, yes. Front row, and we're watching the panel. So we're going to stop talking about crazy motherfucker and about the panel. So we're watching the panel. Like, everything is, like, they are funny. Like, it's like fuck announcements and everything about the channel. We're just going to take your questions. That's pretty much what their panel is. That's all the Smosh Games panel is. Pretty much. So we're sitting, like, what probably messed me up the most was I had these cupcakes I was going to give everybody, and I didn't give to them because they were so busy. And if I would have called my mom and be like, hey, could I just give them the whole container? Because I wasn't sure if my mom wanted the container back or not. And my mom was like, you could have given the container. I wouldn't have given a fuck. And I'm just like, God damn it. But next time I go to a con and they're there, I'm just going to make cookies. That way I can put them in little single serving bags and hand to them, and they can just eat them at any time they want. Okay, but back to the panel. So of course they were getting asked questions, and the cutest little kid with the little list comes up and was just like asking you about the Minecraft server. And like Blitz could not, he just could not, he was just over there like this. And just the shenanigans that went on while other people were talking, that they did like switching around to name tags. And then Wes somehow got Jobin's, and Jobin's like all the way on the end over here. So Matt Rob's standing up over here like being the MC the whole thing. Then Flitz is here. Lasercorn. Wes. Sohinky. Mari. Jobin. And like they were like Blitz like did his like actual signature on his, and then Matt Rob decided to call him Zitz for the last time because his signature is kind of weird and it makes the F look like a Z at the front. It's very weird. And then Lasercorn, like they had all the about the name tags, they had all their last names on the name tags, and we're sitting there like, what the fuck? Why don't you have their first names on there? Like a normal panel. But then they like just draw it on the back of the things that are set up there that mark them. And Lasercorn like wrote stuff on the. It's like asked Wes about I don't know what it was that had asked Wes about something. And Lasercorn on one side. I would have probably written my username on it too. And then Wes didn't do anything to his, but somehow his and Jovin's got switched, and then Wes was just sitting there like a little kid. He takes Jovin's and sticks it in his mouth, which was funny, kind of gross, and adorable at the same time. So yeah, there's just shenanigans going on stage like the whole time. And another thing I find kind of like, I'm not sure if I like enjoy it or not, or if he was just looking at me because I had like a red container in my lap. But Wes looked over at me so many times during that panel. Like if you like pretty much every time you see his head turning that direction, like it's gonna be him talking to the others sometimes. But most of the time, if it's like kind of tilted down, he's probably looking at me in the live stream. You can't really see me because I'm like out of the frame. Also, I'm too short when it does widen the frame that you can't see me. Yeah, so the panel was good. Panel was fun. And then it was like almost the end of the panel, like kind of middle-ish of the panel, I think. They called up Kathy on stage and sang happy birthday to her. And I'm just sitting here like, oh my god. I feel the second-hand embarrassment is so real right now. And she's like, she comes out and she's like, actually, I wasn't embarrassed. That was amazing. And I'm just like, and then like the next day, like it was like the next day, like when we get home, and like the next day they put up the South by Southwest vlog, and she's like, oh, the embarrassment is over. I'm just like, yeah. Aftermath is a different thing. Okay, so the panel got over and we got out and we went to the back of the room waiting for the crowd to clear out because there was a pretty big crowd. And Flitz fucking beelines it for us. Like, I'm not joking. He's just like, it's like all of a sudden, oh, a wild Flitz appeared right in front of my face. I like Flitz, but he's just kind of weird. And he just asked about the cupcakes. He's like, we can't take them right now. I'm just like, oh. And that's where I got disappointed about the cupcakes. That was the first disappointment about the cupcakes. We talked to him for a while, then we got out of that area because he was getting mobbed by fans. So we were just like, whoof, like to the side. And creepy motherfucker, as I'm going to refer to the guy now, just kept on following us and tried to stick with our group. They're over here, and then Jovin's right here, and Matt Rob's over there just watching the crowds go by and stuff. And talked to Matt Rob a little bit, and a creepy motherfucker goes up to Jovin and tries to mess with him while he's talking to a fan, and we're just like, I'm just sitting there like, no, and we're just like, no, don't do it. Don't do it. Like, creepy motherfucker did stop, but he just gets creepier as this goes on. Like, right now he's still kind of like, creepy. And then the crowd kind of thins out a little bit more. Like, Kathy and Carson take a sunglass selfie with Matt Rob, and like, I didn't tell Matt Rob I had the cupcakes because I was just like, I'm not sure if I can give this container up to anybody. And then guess we don't go around to like each of them afterward. We just wait till they're like pretty much done, and like they all move around a lot during this. So, but Wes pretty much just stays over at this side of the room, and we just decided to go over by Wes because it's clearer and there's not as much people. And like it's thinning out, and I go up to Wes and tell him about the cupcakes, and then I'm just like, cupcakes, and then Wes tells me he bit his cheek, and if sugar gets near the cut, it hurts him. So I'm just like, damn it, I made these chocolate especially for him. I shouldn't have made these damn cupcakes. It was a waste of my damn time. Cookies would have been faster, and he could have just kept it with him, and he could have ate it like 2 days later. Or I could have just not given a fuck if I saw his reaction to the cupcake or not. That could have been better. Then I talked to Wes again, and we take like selfies, plural, because Wes just sits there, like his hands are like bigger than my phone, so he's holding, like I give him the phone because my arms are really tiny and short because I'm a tiny short person, and he had to do like a legit squat to get down to my height because I'm like almost 2 feet shorter than him, so he's just like, it's just like, ee. Like luckily he didn't have to hold it for long. He's just sat there with the phone kind of like, I don't know how to hand at it, but his thumb just hit the button and it like took 4 selfies. Well, 5 if you count the mess up. But I deleted that because I was like, it's not a funny mess up, it's just blurry, so just get out of my photos. But I kept like every single one of the others, and I'm just gonna treasure those pictures forever. Also, we look adorable together. Like, I don't care what you think. I look cuter with him than his girlfriend does. That's bold, but I mean, that's just my opinion. You guys can have your own. And then after that, they were able to get away from the crowd, so they had to go to a meeting because the South by Southwest Gaming Awards was that night. Actually, after the Gaming Awards, that's where that guy gets real creepy. But that's where this story takes a turn for the kind of really worse. So we walk and we go talk to Smosh Games more, and I actually introduced, like, I didn't talk to Mari at all the first day, but like we're over here like talking to Mari, and I introduced, she's like, oh yeah, I see her name all the time. Like I told her my username, and she didn't hug, and then we're over here, then like I guess you move over and then Kathy and Carson got Sohinki's cold coffee. By the way, Sohinki drinks it freaking black, and I'm just like, and that's what I asked him. I'm like, how the fuck do you drink it that way? It's so nasty and bitter, because the way I drink my coffee is, like, fill the cup, like, 2/3 of the way with coffee, and the last third is just cream and sugar. Like, I like my coffee like I weigh my men. Hot and pale as fuck. That's the way I like to say it. And then we talked, like, Mara's with us on the internet, friends, and I told Mara, like, my mom's, like, they're not really your friends, there's people online. I told Mara that, I told, like, all of them that. I think they both pretty much had the same reaction I had to my mom when she said that. I'm just like, bitch. Like, in my head, I'm like, bitch. I'm like, bitch, really? I have more in common than these people than anyone I've ever met in my life, and you're gonna say that? You bitch. But my mom doesn't really understand a lot about internet and stuff, because she's a mom and she's older and she doesn't understand, like, internet friends. She just has everybody she's ever known in real life pretty much on Facebook, so she doesn't understand a thing, and she doesn't like Twitter, which I'm just like, but she loves Facebook, and I'm sitting here like, I went on a tangent. Okay, so then I talked to Wes even more. I talked to Wes a lot. Oh, and coming in, and then going into the panel, like, I waved at Wes, and he looked straight at me and waved at me. I'm sorry, but I think there's, like, some chemistry between me and Wes. I'm not saying that anything's gonna happen, but the likelihood has gone up since this. And then we were talking to them. We talked, like, to all of them pretty much at the same time. And they're all cool people. Like, every single one of Smosh Games. Every single one. every single person in Smosh Games is like a chill, cool person. Like, I mean, Lasercorn's a little bit, like, we didn't talk much to Lasercorn. We talked to, like, Flitz and Wes and Sohinky, and I think we talked a little bit to Joe, like, person like selfies with each of them, and I was like, I don't care, I just want a selfie with Wes this time, because last time I found out else, I didn't get that selfie because it was all business-like, and, like, they were celebrities and shit, and I'm just like, they ain't celebrities, they're just YouTubers, there's a difference, because I felt so wrong meeting them in, like, a signing setting, and stuff, so I'm just like, oh, God, my hair does look kind of good today, don't it? Okay, so we talked to them more, and then, oh, just before this, Wes freaking potato sacks Mario over his shoulder and just runs after everybody else. Yeah, that was, I missed that. And then, like, the rest of the Smosh Games crew takes off, and Wes is just sitting there talking to us still, and they are just gone. They're long gone. I guess they were going to, like, get something to eat and talk about the South by Southwest Gaming Awards. And Wes is like, where'd everybody go? Where'd everybody go? And we're walking, and we walk with him to try to find the rest of the Smosh Games crew and reunite him, supervise him, because Wes is basically a giant child, and if he were left to his own devices, I don't know what he would have gotten into in that time. So I'm just glad we didn't leave him alone, because that could have been, he could have gotten in trouble and kicked out of could have gotten into so many things, because he's just a giant child. So, walk with him down the convention center and out the door, and then we're sitting there talking to him again for a while, and I mentioned that I babysat, and I'm just like, I'm glad I don't have to do it. They're talking about how we didn't have a lot of money, and Wes is like, oh, I know that feel. I babysat for a while too, and I'm just like, what? And I'm just like, it's like, seriously, there's he must have so many things in common in our lives, and I'm just like, the fates are trolling me right now with just dangling him in front of my face like a piece of damn, like a fine ass piece of meat. Because I have not found anything I dislike about Wes so far. And also, he was talking about the weather, and he's like, thunderstorms. You don't get thunderstorms in LA. Please send me, because he says he loves thunderstorms, and I don't like thunderstorms at all. I hate them, and I'm scared of them slightly. So I'm just like, he completes me. Bates, why? Like, God, if you're up there, why? Because y'all already know that. And then he's trying to, like, call people and stuff, and Siri's being, like, he's using Siri to try to call Mari, and Siri's not understanding him. And then he finally just gives up and texts them, I think, and they're like, and he's like, oh, well, they're yelling at me, so I need to go, and he waves bye, and that's the last time I get to say bye to him. I'm still pissed that I didn't get one last hug from him, cause, like, Wes gives the best fucking hugs. Like, I'm not lying. Like, those huge, those massive arms he has are great for giving hugs. And then they go to, and then he goes back to his hotel room. Then we go back to our hotel, like, our whole group. Because, like, two of them wanted to, well, Carson goes back to her hotel because she's in a different hotel. Because Kathy wanted to change, and then I guess Rachel had some clothes to change into, and I was just sitting there waiting to go to the Gaming Awards. Then we get done with that, we go to the Gaming Awards, and for Gaming Awards, and the creepy guy, this is where the guy gets all creepy. He just sits in front of us, and he's just scanning the row behind him for us, and we're just like, oh God, please don't find us. Like, I was gonna warn them, but they were like too in their phones and stuff. So, because he was looking for us before the damn award started. And then the award started, and Jack does this thing, because, like, I guess there were people there who weren't ready and stuff, and they did a stalling thing with a video game, and it was amazing, because, like, the DJ controlled it, and he had all the, and whatever song he played got translated into, like, games, different game things. It was awesome. It was really cool. And then the Gaming Awards started, and Jacksepticeye came out, and everybody screamed pretty much because, you know, that's what's going to happen. Yeah, I saw Jacksepticeye IRL. Yeah, but we were like in the back, so I was just looking at the screen the whole time pretty much. Kind of. And then like they presented, you know, awards and stuff, and then Smash Games comes out, and because they presented an award, and we're like, oh, here it comes. So they were discussing this around us like on day one, and we know exactly pretty much what they're doing. And then they do the thing. Like Lion was like, it's funny that they asked us to come and present. But that we're presenting the award for Internet Personality when they invited 6 people to present something like that. Present that had none, and then like they just did that on loop, and we're just like, and then Wes comes in, and the winner, and the award goes to, and I'm just like, yes, they didn't let Wes catch like, because Wes catches a lot of crap from them on the videos, so I'm just like, yes, this time Wes gets to save the day. By the way, Wes looked fucking fine at the award show. The outfit he had on, like, he had the same outfit he had on during the day, and they picked on him because I'm sure if you're a fan of Smash Games, you've seen the vlog. He had those black pants with the zippers on them. By the way, his ass in those pants, damn. Just like half my brain was like inside my head. I was fangirling all the time while I was around him when he was wearing those clothes, and then like my other half was just like, keep cool, do not say anything. That would make him feel creeped out. And then yeah, so the South by Southwest Gaming Awards are just over, and they were amazing. They were great. Congrats to everyone who won an award and stuff. And then we're like, we need to get out of here before that guy finds us and follows us. So we get out of there like so fast. We hustle as fast as we can with the amount of people that's in the room. So we get out of there. We get down to the lobby. We decided to stay in the lobby for a little bit and see if the Smash Games was talking about going to Whataburger afterwards and stuff. Spoiler alert, that didn't happen, but that's okay. We're like in the lobby and like in the corner, and one of us is watching for the creepy dude. This is where creepy motherfucker gets really creepy. And then the dude comes out, and we're just like, oh shit, let's get. And like Carson had this like alarm when he's coming. She's like, shit. We're all like running to another spot, and then he finds us again. We talk to him, and he's like, he's asking all of us, and he's like, he's asking all of us to I'm just like, no. We're just like, no. I tell him I don't have a Twitter, but in reality I do. I'm gonna figure out how to block subscribers too, because I think you can do that. And then we decide to go outside to the curve to get like and then like our friend Rachel's just like, I need to go to the bathroom. I'm like, yeah, me too. And we all escape to the bathroom. And that is amazing. So, and that's where we stay for a while. Also, while this is happening, Kathy is DMing Flitz and Wes of Smosh Games, and I have tweeted Flitz and Matt Rob and Wes, and they're all worried about us, and they're just like, and Flitz is giving Kathy tips about getting away from the guy, and like they're giving us tips to keep away and get him away. And then I guess he decided to stop looking for us after we exited the bathroom, and then we go outside to try to get a lift back to the hotel, and the lift was way too far away, couldn't get to the road stuff, so we cancel it, and we go back over, and we get close to the hotel, and then we go back in the hotel and find out that creepy motherfucker had gotten up to Smosh Games' hotel room. Well, one hotel room. That is creepy. That is just, who the fuck does that? Like, I figured he's using us to get close to Smosh Games. And then I'm just sitting here like, oh, well, we found out when we were outside that he had gotten up to their hotel room. And then we come back and he's like leaving the hotel because they called security on his ass and kicked him out. And I'm just like, I am so worried about this. I was just like, I was so worried about Wes and the well-being of everybody else. But during that whole time, we were talking to Smosh Games, and it's amazing how much they care about their fans. Let's just say that. I'm really glad they care about us so much that they would try to keep us from, because that dude could because we saw this going either one of two ways. Dude could murder us, or dude could rape us, but it never happened. He just kind of creepily made his way up to Smosh Games' room. And on our way back into the hotel, because we were going to get the lift from the hotel, see if that was better, I spotted Ninja Rhino the Game Grumps, and then they spotted, and one of our friends spotted Jacksepticeye, but I couldn't get anybody's freaking attention when I spotted Ninja Brian, but that's okay. I mean, he wasn't like Jack, and we all said hi, Jack, and I think Jack actually noticed that we said hi and looked over at us, but I couldn't see because I was like in the back of the group, blocked by all of them. And apparently he smiled at Carson, which makes Carson very happy. Oh, and Starbomb performed at the South by Southwest Awards, and they were amazing. Well, it was Starbomb, Ninja Sex Party, and Tupperware Remix Party. They were all great. And then we finally get back to our hotel, and we just kind of just wait. We just kind of like, and then we go get Whataburger, and we're just like, Whataburger and all at Smosh Games after all that. And they didn't. But maybe next time, if they come to Fan Expo Dallas, and I go, I can go with that. We can all go to Whataburger. So that was the adventures of my trip to South by Southwest. And then I came home, and then I'm kind of still depressed because I kind of miss everybody. Especially Wes. Because I have a big crush on him. Okay. I've been talking for forever. I might edit this and upload this tomorrow. Like, comment, and subscribe, and all that. And thanks for watching, and have a nice day.